Do you want to create stunning carousels for LinkedIn? If so, you're absolutely going to love AI carousels. Way too many influencers on LinkedIn brag that they spend 6 hours designing a single carousel. If that sounds totally bananas to you and you would much rather spend 6 minutes creating yours, you absolutely want to try AI Carousels, who are the amazing sponsors of this video and also my personal favorite LinkedIn carousel generator. Let me show you how it works. Step number 1, click the link in the description to open up AI Carousels. And the beautiful thing is that you can get started with this tool absolutely for free by clicking the Create Carousel button. Now, once you play around with the tool and you're absolutely in love, you can use code Vendy15 to get 15% off your first month. Step number 2, upload my template. Once you're inside, this is exactly what you're going to see, and you can absolutely create a carousel from scratch by selecting one of the templates that Fernando has ready for you. You can also, of course, look at the color palette so we can play around with different potential colors to see what pairings really fit your vibe. Again, of course, look at the typography. You can look at the background elements. However, to make your life easier, I actually have a bonus surprise for you. Click the link below this video to download this PDF template I have created for you. And in just a second, I'm going to show you how to upload it into AI Carousels. Now, I do want to highlight that the import feature is currently available on the paid plan, though I want to show you exactly how it works so you can make a best decision for yourself. Once you download the PDF on your device, you're going to go ahead and click over here, Save and Load Progress. Once you do so, you're going to click Load Downloaded PDF Carousel. And now simply select the template that you have now on your computer. You're gonna open it up and now it's going to launch this, I think, pretty sweet template I have put together for you just to show you exactly what is possible with AI carousels. Step number 3, make it your own. Now you're gonna notice that in this template, I'm actually using a custom color palette over here. And one easy way to make this feel more like you is by changing the accent color. For example, I could change this to be something like this. So this is a hex code we're inputting. And now the whole carousel is starting to have a different feel. Let me show you another awesome feature that most people do not know about. So if you're gonna click into the first slide and you're gonna scroll to the bottom, we can actually have a background image. And what I love doing here is actually typing in gradient, like so. I'm gonna click search image, and then I basically look at gradients available here, add that to see if it adds just a bit more, just making the carousel feel a little different. So basically introduces a third color. Now, I don't love that one. So I can always go through these and see what I'm really resonating with. Let's try that. So now we have like more yellow. And can you see the difference? Before this, if I turn this off, it's gonna disappear. So we just have these two colors we had from the get-go. Or if I turn this back on to have a background image, select back this gradient, it just like actually gives us a bit more yellowness and it looks great. So this is another way of like bringing in an extra color, which again, very important. Make sure this is applied to all the slides, not just the first one. And of course you can play around with the opacity. Like, so I can make this actually more, which I don't hate, to be honest. So maybe kind of something like this. I'm kind of vibing with it. So I'm gonna minimize right now the color palette, though what I want you to take a look at is the background design elements. Again, another easy way to make the template in this carousel be more like you is by changing these elements. So just look how these look. So these are a different version of the blobs for the background. Now, what I also love actually is, let me find it, it's this one. This looks great too. So again, you're introducing more elements in the background. This is more feeling like you. Now you can of course change the typography for your carousel as well by clicking into here, and then you can select the font pairings that you like the best. Or of course, you do have the option to actually do custom font pairings. I'm gonna be honest, I do not feel designer enough to know what works best together, though you have that option, and you can also upload your own custom fonts. A couple of other things you might want to know is that you can do and make everything uppercase if that looks better for you. You can also change the size to be slightly smaller, which would look better when everything is all caps. And you can change, like play around with alignment as well. In my instance, I like my bigger text and not be uppercase, like so. And you definitely want to upload your own headshot here at the bottom to make sure that it doesn't say Vendy Chief of Charm, but it says your name and your amazing handle. Now, one of my personal favorite features is the option to upload your own image on a first slide and have it overlap on a second one. So if we look over here, you can see that my image is actually overlapping on a second slide, and I think it looks awesome. So the way you do this is simply clicking upload image. Well, actually, first of all, make sure we have selected this image over here. So the classic carousel is text only, which I think looks a little boring. Then you could have an emoji there, which is, I feel like anyone can do that, so it doesn't scream your name, which I want it to. Now, then you can have a headshot, which is like Not bad, good starting point, though whenever possible, adding your own image in the first slide and also the last slide, it just makes the carousel feel more like you, in my opinion. So what you do, you're gonna click upload image and you wanna upload a photo with a transparent background. For example, I'm just gonna select this one right now. And as I do, it's gonna take a couple of seconds and there we go. I mean, I love how this looks. I love this whole overlapping thing. So highly encourage doing this on the first slide. And again, if we go to the very end, you can see that I have this look on the last slide as well. Something you might be noticing is that I pretty much have photos and screenshots in every single slide. Big fan of that because it makes it more interesting to consume your carousel. If you can demonstrate things, that is always better than just like saying something, right? So for example, getting started. If I want to change to actually have text and image, you right now by default might just have text. And it's not bad, but it's not also popping. So if we can do text plus image, you're gonna either see this alignment or the vertical one. You decide which one is best for you. I'm gonna go with horizontal, and again, I'm gonna upload my own image, and let's just select, I think I want this one here. I'm gonna open this up, and now you see like, whoa, it kind of got zoomed in too much. It doesn't really look how I wanted it to look. So a couple of things you can do. You can actually click over here to zoom it out, or you're like, you know what, actually I did like how it was looking. I just wanted it to be like so. And now I'm like, yeah, I kind of like how it is displayed. One more thing that you are able to do, by the way, is to display this as a screenshot, which is gonna add like this black bar at the top, but because this was actually not a screenshot, we have these margins at the bottom that you do not want. So in this instance, I just treat it as the text and image, like so. And here you can see that we do have that as a screenshot. By the way, if you actually enter a URL, it can help you capture a website. I uploaded this, but I do love that. Again, this like, you see this black bar at the top, it just like looks cute. It's all those small elements. One more thing I want to mention is that over here, you can see a heart. I did not actually upload it from my own photos. What I did over here, again, I clicked text and image horizontal, and I can search for different photos on AI carousels directly. For example, I could say likes, comments. Let's see if I can do multiple likes and comments. So we have this one. I don't really love that. I like this. Me likey. All right, so I'm just gonna zoom this, not that much. So zoom it in a little bit. This is kind of interesting. All right, so this is actually very fast. So I found something that looks awesome. So again, that is another way. Of course, you can have your own photos, your own screenshots, or you can just like, again, make your carousel a little juicier by searching for related images to what you're talking about, adding them there. Super easy to do. And as you can see, I'm also adding emojis in. So either in the title, sometimes I have an emoji here in the description. Important part I have not yet mentioned is that you can edit your description either here, right? So for example, here I have actually made it bold. So I could make this italic as well if I wanted to. And you can do the same thing if you scroll down here, we have the title and the paragraph. And again, if I wanted to make this, let's say blog URL, be bold as well, I'm gonna select bold, and it's gonna be reflected at the top here as well. So you can edit in both places. My whole intention is just to make it really juicy. So again, colors, emojis, screenshots, just making it easier to digest. Once you create a design you love, you absolutely want to save it. So our template changed from this to now be this. And so I could use design in the future. What you can do is actually click over here, save and load progress, and save your design. So I'm gonna click there and you're gonna notice something. I click it and it says, oops, your carousel is too massive, which sometimes happens when I add 3 million screenshots, as I always do. So in this instance, there's actually another thing you can do, which is you're simply gonna click here to download your carousel. Even though we have not yet changed text, but the reason you do that is because whatever you download on your device, you can later upload. So let me just demonstrate this for you. Let's just say we opened up AI carousels from scratch, and again, it just has the default design. You're like, no, I wanna use my design, the one I just created. You're gonna do the same thing we did at the beginning of this video. You're gonna simply click save and load progress. You're gonna click here, load a downloaded PDF carousel. Here is the new one we just created. We're gonna open it up and you're gonna see that you're gonna be able to continue working on it. So you do not have to create your designs from scratch. You create it once, you save it or you download it, and you can reuse it in the future. By now you might be thinking, Vendy, the design looks amazing, but what do we actually say inside of the carousel? And that moves into step number 4, generate your text. So what you're gonna do right now is click here to generate a carousel. And you can input your own text, you can input a URL, maybe to a blog, you can add a YouTube video, you can add a PDF, though very important is that you actually add your own source information. What I personally do not recommend doing is clicking topic and just basically saying, oh, just help me generate anything on, I don't know, bookkeeping, because it will help you come up with a carousel, but it's going to be based on the knowledge and the opinion of other people on the web. And there's way too much AI content out there that is just subpar. So I really want this to be based on your own inputs. So again, even if you just have like a rough brainstorm, brain dump, you just copy and paste in here, it does not have to be perfect, but I really want it to come from you rather than be based on someone else's opinion, right? So in my instance, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drop a YouTube video link over here, and now also add some custom instructions. So I'm going to say, please stick to 5 slides, please use friendly, approachable tone, please use language that a 5th grade student would understand, and avoid overused marketing jargon and fluffy words like game changer, boost, unleash, unlock, and all the ones that I cannot stand to see online personally. So what I'm going to do right now is click generate a carousel. So here's what we got, and you're gonna notice that the title is actually exactly the same as I had in our template carousel, though the slides in the middle have changed, like the struggle was real, meet AI carousels, how to start, save and upload, enjoy crafting perfect carousels. So of course, it removed the screenshots in the middle, though your photo on the first slide and this last slide, it remained. And what I wanna mention is that, you know what, like this is not bad, but I want to see if I can do better in terms of the text it generates. What I actually still like to do is make sure I download this one or you save it, just in case you're like, actually, I did like this text, so we don't basically lose it. So let's just say I'm going to click download carousel, just so I've done that. And now I can go back and click again, generate a carousel, simply rerun it. You can do this as many times as you want until you're like, you know what, this is like 85% there, and then you can tweak the text to be 100% for you. So I just rerun it, and I actually love this version much better. It says, create amazing leading carousels in seconds. Discover how you can make stunning leading carousel posts quickly and easily. Just really good, clear hook, why carousels work, the time issue, meet AI carousels, how it works. Over here, definitely there would be a couple of things I would bold, would highly recommend that we absolutely also add images just to show and demonstrate what we're talking about. But again, this is like the text is 85% there, and you would just play around with it to make it yours. And again, I would add some emojis, though overall, like start using AI carousels today. So I believe this is how we actually, oh, you see, I changed it and you're like, why is this not in the same color? Because I need to bold this. Again, bolded, and there we go. But again, I'm liking this. So again, see it for yourself, though I think this tool is pretty awesome. Step number 5, upload on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn likes to be special, which is why it does not call carousels, but it calls them documents. So you're gonna open up LinkedIn and click start a post, then click this plus icon and select add a document. And now we're gonna choose the file we just put together, let's say the new carousel with a new color scheme. Now we have to have a title, so for now it's just gonna be carousel smiley face. And once it uploads, you're gonna see this awesome sliding deck we have just put together. Again, I'm honestly like low-key obsessed that my hair just goes into the second slide. We're gonna click done, and of course you're gonna add a copy behind your carousel, and then you're gonna publish. This is exactly how you can design gorgeous carousels in minutes. And if you're loving this tool just as much as I am, don't forget to use code Vendy15 to get 15% off your first month. Now, I also have a crazy goal of hitting 100K subscribers on YouTube by the end of this year. I am super far away from it, though I have not given up hope. So if you could do me the biggest favor and hit that subscribe button down below, that would mean a lot to help me get closer to this milestone. If you enjoyed this video about AI carousels, make sure you check out this video next on how to use it to generate text posts for LinkedIn. So go ahead, click over here, and I'm gonna see you there.